Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the...
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. The one running back is Gurley. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. Dumps it off to Gurley. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now Gurley. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
It's a gain of 17 that time, and it'll be 1st down Bears.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
All right, partner, let's go back over the last couple of plays. Sack, loss of yards on a running play. Not exactly the sequence that an offensive coordinator gets comfortable with when calling plays.
Now it's Locke. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's got room. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. Could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear.
And right away, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. Fresh off the pick six, it's Locke being chased out left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Love buying time to his left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. And when he started rolling left there as a right-handed quarterback, I thought, boy, this third down play is going nowhere, but credit to him, able to pick up the first.
And all you righties who are watching the game at home, get out of your chair, get off the couch, move to your left, and then rifle one. You may leave a hole in the wall that you'll have to explain later, but you'll see how difficult that throw actually was.
On second down, here's Locke. Dancing to his left. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. Michael Pruitt, the big tight end, is intended receiver. And it's fourth down. Now the Bears' 6th-round pick in 2014, Pat O'Donnell on to punt.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. Partner, he got the DB on his horse on that play. He certainly sold like it was going to be a deep route before breaking it back on the comeback towards the sideline.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Second down following the incompletion. Back to the air. Luck on second down. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. 3rd and 2. Luck throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Here's Luck now on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. And he's got Bennett. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
And in a lot of of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
On first down, Love. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Back to throw. Love. That's caught at the 1. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. And they're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They come out here in the I. 3rd and goal now. Maybe the offensive coordinator thinking blitz here. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
To me, this isn't even a question. I think that they'll go. When they have a chance to put a dent in the lead, even with a whole second half to...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a hit and Locke lost the football. It's out. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Start this next possession, the score, 7-0. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Love, and the turnover last. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20, 10, 5, and he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
And partner, sayonara to Randy Moss's 07 record. That is the 24th receiving touchdown this year for him. He's the new king.
Well, always...
Drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. He was looking for Todd Gurley. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Let's take it at around the 40. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. The final shot before the break. Locke steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So, hey, you. Yeah, you. John, why'd you skip Larry's halftime? I'm just kidding. I don't know who you are. But if you're John, I bet you're pretty freaked out for a second. All right, let's get to the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Bears defense as they head out. drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. Luck on first down. Flush to his right. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, it's Gurley. No gain on the play there. Second down. And the way that he ran last week has not been duplicated here. What gives, Charles?
I don't know. Maybe it was the big meal he took him for after the game last week. I don't know. Being a little bit facetious here, but I do know that after last week's game, the coaching staff awarded game balls to every starting offensive lineman. They're not playing to the same level this week. I don't know if they're seeing different things on defense that have really fouled things up in their blocking scheme, or if they're just not as sharp, because right now he's not finding the creases, can't find the gaps to get through and get upfield. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he's on to punt for Chicago. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter. The one running back is Gurley. On 1st and 10, Locke. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Fresh set of downs here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a first down throw. Locke. And over the middle to the tight end, Bennett. And he'll be down deep into Jet territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 47 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Third and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Now Luck. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Aguayo able to knock it through. And that cuts the lead down to just 3. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
So bad.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
That's such a close game, a very big one.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Todd Gurley. So following a fumble, this offense will get another shot at it as they quickly head back onto the field. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. Now it's Gurley. Time for a break. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. We're back to see what happens after this. Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll get this. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out here in the eye. Back to throw. Luck rolling to his right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They run. It's Gurley. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been terrific so far. Kicks away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes...